Alright, let's play the game.
Once upon a time, in the age of the eternal cylinder, there lived a family of little creatures called the Trebhum. Trebhum are not the strongest, nor the fastest, and they do not have sharp teeth. They would make easy prey for the terrible force that came to their planet. But Trebhum are loyal and resourceful and very, very stubborn. It is with such a Trebhum that our story begins. One clever little creature born into a cruel world who would be instrumental in bringing prosperity to its kind.
There's like giga glare shining down my glasses and not treating me well. Solid 56 degrees today. Alright. I have turned
Run,
on...
something inside him said, run.
I've turned on max settings, so Okay. I don't know, the adverse effects to this. I'm getting some hitches, though.
The great crushing thing, the great cylinder, had stopped. Perhaps it was safe here for a little while. How quickly it learned to use its legs and its trunk. But these things were not so much learned as they were remembered. Perhaps the little Trebhum thought they were a gift from the strange voice it heard in its mind. That too was a kind of memory. Just when it was starting to get used to its legs, the food from the jumping creature gave it new ones. With the right substance as a catalyst, a Trebhum can transform and adapt to many challenges.
Shoot the flying bugs. I'm shooting, water. There's, there's gotta be a better way. I don't remember the, whatchamacallit. Shoot them with water. E. There might be a better way to do that. What is this? Hey! I'm a big boy. What you gonna do about it? Hey, Manadrian. Let me eat you. I get wings? No. Oh. Okay, so my inventory was just full last time. What happens if I eat this? Hey. Oh. I have no idea what's going on. But,
The Trebhum was drawn to a bright light, or perhaps to the creature next to it.
Can't change my camera. There we go. I mean, other than, like, the occasional stutter here when I, like, move my camera, everything seems fine. I think we can keep these, graphical settings.
Except for the grass growing on the old one's head. They were very much alike. Surrounded by this light, the Trebhum knew things it had not known before. It knew the older Trebhum had carried this light for a long, long time. And it knew that now that responsibility had passed to the next generation. Yes, this young Trebhum had to carry the light to those great towers in the distance. It could have stayed here to learn many old things, but the cylinder would not allow it. Run, the inner voice said, run! The towers would not stop the cylinder unless they were activated.
Well, time to roly-poly.
Quickly, the Trebhum had to step on the symbol or the cylinder would not be stopped.
Anyone see the cylinder? I'm stepping on it. I'm stepping on it.
The voice inside the Trebhum's memories assured it that while the tower stood, the Trebhum would be safe. The power of the eternal cylinder was contained for now.
For now.
This relative tranquility gave the Trebhum a chance to think about its family. Trebhum are not meant to live alone, so where were the others?
Your Trebhum is too young to swim across. Watch for the beams of light. that come from activated towers. They will point you to the objectives or areas of interest.
It was hard for the Trebhum to know what to do or where to go. But the friendly voice suggested this was not the right way. To find your path, it said, you must follow the beam of light that emanates from the tip of the tower, and stay away from the deep waters where the old things dwell.
Okay. Ah, so that was that beam of light that I saw. I was gonna make my way over there regardless. I guess now I'm gonna do it, definitely.
Finding another Trebhum was a cause for joy, but this new friend was not well. Deep inside the memories it had inherited, the Trebhum found the answer. To recover, its friend needed a very specific substance which appeared as glittering clusters of crystal dust. This dust was not natural. Only a great Trebhum could create it. And so it was on the achievements of previous generations that the newborn Trebhum would have to rely. Luckily, it seemed a wise and powerful Trebhum had passed through here some time ago.
Coming for your blood, dog. Got me. Alright, music is kind of going crazy. But I think I'm okay with it. I don't know what to do about those guys. What is this? Make a sound that will startle and frighten predators. What's up, sucker? You trying to escape me? This killer be killed. You don't want to be killed. Alright, fine. Over here. I get something? Alright. We'll investigate the mysterious cave. Oh, you're like a snail. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. I don't know what's going on with these. Gotta be a better way to do this. I guess I need 3. Okay, I see. Some ingredients cannot be eaten until their Edible interiors have been exposed. There are multiple ways to break open ingredients. Try experimenting with throwing them, crushing them, or feeding them to other creatures. Items with a breakable exterior are marked with a yellow border in the inventory. This. Oh, that's another one. Take that. I need these. Where'd the other one go? I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Get over here. Eat your brains. Can not only swim more quickly, but also perform the high jump out of the water. Nice. Oh. I am slow as a suckapoo. I believe I took some damage. Figuring out what to do. Definitely gonna be like the hardest thing. There, okay. There we go. There's some stuff going on here. Mushrooms. I do have a map. It's not very useful. Ah, what's up? I can't do anything to these guys. There must be like a cooldown on me yelling at dudes. Alright, how would I get up there? Got my face! Bye-bye. I was afraid of doing that because I thought I might eat this guy. Oh, it's the family. Oh, I get to name it? I didn't get to name myself. Oh, alright. Alright, Manadryad. Welcome. Don't die. Oh, Gonna ask. Oh. Alright, so I need to find one more. Complete my mission. I did not do anything. Let's just get confirmation that my theory here is correct. Yep. Alright. Get this. Eat that. There a way for me to, like, drop this? Controls. Bit. Change Trebellum. Ah. I can. There. Lagofo. Do anything? No. I did not do anything either. Guess we'll give you some webbed feet. Need 3 Trebellum to advance. Oh, no, I know this. I know this. But gotta find the last one. Alright.
Our young friend had found an egg, a Trebum egg, with one of his siblings inside. The egg had been abandoned, but it could still be made to hatch. All that was needed was a source of heat.
I don't think that's heat. Oh, it was. Okay. We're gonna name this one Dante. Kind of looks like a Dante, right? Over here, sucker. This looks kind of suspicious to me. Oh, there's another egg there that I guess I need to figure out how to get. Mwahaha. Just call me Top Dog. Alright, that's why there was one of these things over here. Alright. We'll name this one Grayson. What was that? Get this sucker fool. This is interesting. I don't know what this is. Cannot roll in the water. That does not make me move faster. Oh yeah, some of you need this. Okay, you already have it. How it determines who to swap to is not my favorite thing. Alright, we got 4 people this time.
This door had been built for Trebhum. It gave them hope that in this large and dangerous world, some places had been made for them.
Enter the Elder Cave. Alright, change the group. Don't worry if you lose sight of one of your family members. You do not need to wait for other Trebhum. You will always manage to get to where the group leader is. Great. So that's what this is. But, oh. So it's both stuff. Controls. Cycle mutation. Really like to rename my main one. We just Eugene.
Somehow this ancient statue transferred knowledge to the Trebhum.
Don't ask me how I got here. But we are here.
It was as if a memory had been stored inside it, waiting for someone to absorb it. And as soon as this knowledge had entered their minds, the Trebhum realized that there was a great library of information hidden away in the web of their memories. But why was the knowledge of a specific ingredient placed here in this Trebhum made of stone?
Time to turn into a square. Oh, I lost my inventory space. I picked that up. Pick it up. It's valuable. Oh, I got another one. Oh. Bryson. Pick it up. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. There you go. I can turn everybody into a square if I wanted to, I guess. I need inventory space. Rumo the Elder.
Inside the cave, the Trebhum found a living elder. It had been waiting in this chamber for a long, long time. The elder told them it was happy to see some friends before the cylinder came. It said, "You are young, so you never knew the time when our people could shapeshift at will. We Trebhum are inheritors of a vast tree of abilities, abilities passed on to all future Trebhum. But this power is being taken away. Beware the servants of the cylinder. They will seek to hurt you at every opportunity, and they have the power to rob you of your abilities. But if you persevere, one day you will find a way to protect yourselves from their evil light. Farewell, my brave friends. I fear I am too old and tired to join you. May you find a way to prosper in this time of struggles."
Okay. Let me get some of this. At least I can still roll around as a square. That wasn't very useful. I would agree with that. 100%. What's up, Dante? Honestly,
it was not easy to leave the cave, but the elder had urged them to go forward. Suddenly they felt the weight of their many tasks, to find their Trebhum siblings, to restore the powers their people had lost, and it all seemed a little daunting. But even when they are afraid, Trebhum are stubborn. There.
What's up, dog? Oh, you need 4? Wow. Where am I gonna find that much? So where the heck am I? Honestly, does not seem very nice. Why they gotta be haters for it? I don't know. Well, we all just trying to be living the good life. That is likely not very nice. Hello? I have stolen one of your eggs. Now I am not being very nice. Somebody eat that. Anadryad. Eat that. That did not do anything. Alright. Guess it was just health or something. I guess I'll just have to assume that a lightning bolt plus lightning bolt flashing means, yes, new abilities. Exiting the blue energy dome that radiates from the tower you activated will awaken the Eternal Cylinder. Warning, not all towers have the same radius of protection. Some may be weaker. It's quite the weird game. Reminds you of Oddworld. It does have quite a bit of weirdness to it, doesn't it? I like the weirdness. It's weird. If I want that homie, I gotta find a lot of this dust. There is none of that around here. So did I miss some? Oh. No. You dead, dog. I'm sorry. You dead. Although theoretically... No. There's no way I can swim over there. I know that this is not really a fair comparison from, you know, my point of view, or really anybody's point of view, actually. But I'm reminded of Spore. If Spore was...
The cylinder
different.
resumed its destruction. Nothing could stop it forever. They needed to roll to safety, to find another tower to protect them, quickly.
Dante, what? How did I and Dante die? I guess Dante and I. That was messed up. With that guy. Grayson, just in case, you know. No, Grayson. Don't want you to get smushed. That's how I died. Apparently Dante as well. I don't remember what this does. Oh, higher jump. Yeah, that's actually important. This guy did not die. How do I kill this guy? That guy seems giga dangerous. I think getting anywhere close to you is a very bad idea.
The Trebhum found themselves almost as lost as they had been in the beginning. But the voice in their memories comforted them. It was only natural to be confused, it said. They had been born into a strange, broken world, cut off from the history of their ancestors. Everyone was a little lost these days. What mattered was to keep going, to keep looking for answers, to keep carrying the light they held within them, the light that stopped the cylinder.
Right. Mineral processor. The mineral processor mutation is constantly refining minerals found in its inventory slots, transforming them into units of refined material that can be used for various purposes. Be mindful of what you absorb with this Trebhum, as its body will automatically process any minerals stored inside it. That's cool. That's super cool. Oh, but you have no inventory space. Get the process. I need a glowing mutation. You're gonna drown, aren't you? Alright. Did not drown. I have no idea where Grayson is, but I kinda need him here because this big jump is getting me destroyed. Oh, I made it. No! Whatever that was is over there now. It is just health. Not very useful. And for me, anyways. Oh, hey. Secret. And eat that. Where'd the other thing go? There it is. Please, please. Well, no, let's give that to Grayson, I guess. I missed the elevator again. Come on. Being a mineral processor is so cool. I want to be glowy like these flies. Alright, Grayson. Go get that. What do we got? See light frequencies that otherwise cannot be perceived, which may be important to reveal secrets. Oh, you sight. Oh. Reveal the secrets. What's up, sucker? You got. The water processor mutation is constantly processing ingredients found in its inventory slots, transforming them into water. Note this does not extract any nutrients from them. Be mindful of what you absorb with this Trellum, as his body automatically processes. Okay.
The Trebhum were excited by this discovery. This new mutation would allow them to extract water from ingredients that were otherwise quite dry. But the voice cautioned them to be careful. More water was useful, but this process would not extract any nutrients. They would have to use it carefully and wisely.
Okay. I feel like I have plenty of water. Just food. Oh, I need to mark. Let's save. Dante WoW streamers are coming back, Axel. You're gonna stream the launch and mess of progress? Uh-oh. Or the Dante WoW streams. I read that as WoW streamers. And that was very incorrect.